November 28, 1987. 11:52 p.m. local time. Flight SA295, the Helderberg, a hulking South African Airways Boeing 747-244B, registration ZSHRE, hurtles at 41,000 feet through turbulent skies 125 nautical miles southeast of Mauritius. The air inside the cockpit tastes metallic, laced with the faint acrid bite of recycled oxygen from the masks dangling unused. Captain Menno Veldman grips the yoke, his knuckles widening against the leather wrap, feeling the first unnatural shudder ripple through the airframe like a suppressed cough in a silent room. 11:54 p.m.
Every mystery has a story, but not every story has an answer. Every week, we uncover the chilling cases that have haunted investigators for years. Unsolved disappearances, cold cases, and the darkest secrets waiting to be discovered. Are you ready to uncover the truth? Join us, if you dare. The Unsolved Chronicle.
First Officer Frank Dutton glances at the engine instruments, his eyes narrowing at the number 3 engine's erratic temperature spike. The needles twitch erratically, climbing like a heartbeat accelerating in panic. "Captain, we've got a fire warning on 3, Dutton mutters, his voice tight, the words hanging heavy in the confined space where sweat beads on brows under the harsh glow of overhead panels. Veldman nods, jaw set, flipping switches with practiced calm, but inside, a cold knot forms. Why now, in this godforsaken stretch of ocean where no one can hear you scream? 11:56 p.m. Cabin Crew Chief Wendy Lee moves down the aisle in economy, the carpet soft under her shoes, carrying the stale scent of reheated meals and nervous passengers' perfumes. A child whimpers in seat 42C, mother shushing him as the plane banks slightly. Smoke begins to curl faintly from the aft cargo hold below, invisible yet, but the air thickens with an oily tang that makes throats dry. Passengers shift uneasily, the vibration humming through seats like a tuning fork struck too hard. 11:58 p.m. Alarms shriek, piercing, relentless. Veldman keys the mic, "Mayday, Mayday, SA295. Fire on board, descending." The words crackle out, swallowed by static. The fuselage groans louder, metal fatiguing under invisible pressure. In the hold, heat builds to inferno levels, paints and chemicals igniting in chain reaction, but something heavier presses, sealed drum sweating, contents volatile. 11:59 p.m. The tail section tears free in a fireball. The plane plummets, spiraling. Screams erupt in the cabin, raw and primal, cut short by the ocean's roar rushing up. Debris scatters across 50 square miles of water, the Helderberg vanishing into the waves with a final, thunderous hiss. 159 souls gone. But why did it burn so hot, so fast? South African Airways in 1987 wasn't just an airline, it was apartheid's lifeline, ferrying the elite through international isolation. Captain Menno Veldman, 49, embodied it, a stoic Afrikaner from a farming family in the Free State, where dusty fields stretched under endless blue skies that baked the earth to cracked pottery. He joined SAA in 1967, logging 12,000 hours, dreaming of retirement in a modest plot outside Durban, tending proteas and watching grandkids chase chickens. His wife, Helena, packed his kit bag that morning with pressed shirts smelling of starch and her lavender soap, whispering, "Fly safe, my lion." Veldman felt the familiar ache of leaving, the weight of routine duty masking deeper national fractures. Co-pilot Frank Dutton, 38, from Cape Town's windswept Atlantic seaboard, was the joker, always with a quip about the blowing fish gales. Newly promoted, he planned a beach house extension for his 2 boys, sketching blueprints on napkins during layovers. Flight engineer William Wright, 47, quiet and meticulous from Natal's humid hills, tinkered with model planes in his garage, the glue fumes a comfort after long hauls. Together, they were a brotherhood forged in cockpits humming with diesel exhaust and shared cigarettes. Passengers painted a cross-section of a sanctioned nation. Businessman Koos van der Merwe, 52, from Johannesburg's Gold Rush Hills, clutched contracts for electronics deals in Asia, his palms sweaty with ambitions for a bigger mine stake. Mother of three Susan Botha, 32, from Durban's humid suburbs where frangipani bloomed sticky sweet, headed home after visiting family in Taiwan, her suitcase stuffed with silk dresses for Christmas. Taiwanese textile workers, en route to factories amid Johannesburg's smog-choked factories, joked in Mandarin about lion sightings. A diabetic child in row 15 clutched a teddy, insulin kit cool against his skin. The Helderberg itself was a veteran bird, built in 1972, belly scarred from cargo runs evading UN arms embargoes. Loaded in Taipei under sodium lamps buzzing like angry hornets, its hold accepted 52 tons, paint drums, lithium batteries, and 33 steel TRH containers from Armscor, South Africa's arms giant. Workers in humid Taiwanese warehouses felt unease hefting those unmarked drums, heavy, unnaturally warm, seals gleaming suspiciously. Captain Veldman signed off, unaware the weight shifted futures into abyss. In apartheid South Africa, where razor-wire townships abutted manicured lawns, SA295 represented fragile normalcy. Families waved from airport fences, the air thick with jet fuel and goodbye tears. Who knew this routine flight from Taipei's neon sprawl back to Johannesburg's high-felt chill would etch their voids eternal? Departure from Taipei. Runway light streak past, tires screeching on wet tarmac slick from monsoon drizzle. Altitude steady at 35,000 feet by 0:30, cruising west over the Pacific's glassy black expanse. 2:15 a.m. Zulu, routine checks. Cabin pressure nominal, fuel burn even. But in hold 4, aft below passengers, temperature sensors whisper upward. The air there feels trapped, stagnant, laced with chemical bite from stacked pallets, 2 tons of oil-based paints from Taiwan factories, lithium cells prone to thermal runaway, and those Armscor TRH drums, each 200 liters, bolted secure, but seals straining against internal vapors. 4:42 a.m., first anomaly. Cockpit voice recorder captures static pop. Dutton, engine 3 temp rising, Captain. Veldman replies steadily, but crew feels the prickle, the unnatural heat bleeding upward through insulated floors, carpets yellowing faintly in passenger areas. 5:12 a.m., fire bell. Smoke detected in hold 4. Crew dons masks, the rubber seals pinching faces amid oxygen hiss. Flight attendants pound heels down aisles, the plane dipping as Veldman initiates descent protocol. Passengers stir, confusion rippling, why the masks? Seat 22F's occupant smells at first, sharp, chemical burn like melting plastic mixed with something sharper, metallic. 5:14 a.m., mayday call to Mauritius control, heavy smoke in rear hold, unable to control. Radar tracks erratic plunge from 41,000 to 10,000 feet. Fuselage vibrates violently, rivets groaning like bones cracking under pressure. 5:15 and 30 seconds a.m., catastrophic failure. Hold 4 erupts. Witnesses on Mauritius beaches later describe horizon flash, brilliant orange bloom illuminating clouds. The tail shears off, number 3 engine ingesting flames, shrapnel shredding hydraulics. Wreckage scatters, 159 bodies, seats fused to skeletons, luggage burst open with sodden clothes trailing like ghosts. Forensics paint horror. Rescue boats bob amid 50 square miles of debris, waves lapping charred insulation smelling of burnt hair and fuel. Autopsies, victims carbonized, lungs filled with soot from phosphorus-tinged smoke. No survivors. Black boxes, salvaged days later encrusted in barnacles, reveal no pilot error, just accelerating inferno. What remained? Melted TRH drums, contents vitrified into glassy slag, thallium, rare earths, traces of uranium hex. Missing, manifest discrepancies, declared as lab equipment, but weights off by tons. Ocean floor sonar later pings anomalies, fused metal hulks leaking iridescent plumes, fish fleeing the toxic halo. Investigators waded hip-deep in shallows, gloves slick with oil, cataloging a child's shoe bobbing solitary, a wristwatch stopped at 5:16, hands frozen mid-tick. The C gave back fragments, but swallowed the Y, hold walls buckled inward, as if imploded by exotic heat-defying standard fires. Crew pondered mid-descent, these drums, they're cooking us alive. What the hell did Armscor pack? Passengers clutched armrests, air turning to poison, wondering if home soil birthed their end. South African Air Force led the probe, helicopters churning salt spray as divers plumbed 4,000-foot depths. Official report, March 1988, cargo fire from lithium batteries igniting paint. But leads evaporated like mist off Table Mountain. First cold trail, cargo manifest. Taipei loaders swore under oath, those TRH drums arrived military sealed, no labels. SAA logs showed Armscor override, priority load, bypassing inspections. Investigators grilled handlers, why the rush? Answers, national security. Files sealed. Families bayed for truth. Helena Veldman, hollow-eyed in Pretoria lounge chairs creaking under her vigil, slammed fists, my Mino flew perfect birds. What cargo killed him? Petitions gathered dust in parliamentary drawers amid apartheid's final throes. Red herring number 1, passenger sabotage. A Taiwanese national's name surfaced, links to communist cells. Alibis ironclad, trail fizzles. Red herring number 2, mechanical fault. Boeing reps tore into engines shoreside, grease-blackened hands tracing welds. Immaculate, they conceded, but pressure mounted to close case amid sanctions pressure. 1989 Truth and Reconciliation Commission whispers, Armscor whistleblower claimed TRH held nuclear fuel rods for rogue program. Divers recovered slag tested covertly, elevated thorium, red mercury traces. But samples lost in Johannesburg vaults, guards recalling humid nights when alarms beeped empty. Mauritius inquiry grilled SAA execs sweating in humid halls, why no fire suppression in Hold 4? Response, overlooked. Families picketed Jan Smuts, placards flapping in high-felt wind, voices hoarse, cover up for bombs. Lead after lead iced. Black box audio scrubbed anomalies, fire too intense for paints alone, hitting 2,000 degrees Celsius. Armscor execs stonewalled, golfed in Stellenbosch vineyards while widows wept alone. By 1994, Mandela's rainbow stalled it, focus shifted. Families like Susan Botha's husband rotted in grief, staring at empty cribs, the chill of unanswered calls lingering. The 3 dark theories. Theory A, the likely path. Cargo meltdown. Lithium batteries shorted in turbulence, sparking oil paints into feedback loop. Holds lacked halon extinguishers, SAA penny pinching. Timestamps match, 5:12 smoke, 5:15 boom. Slag analysis, conventional chems. Investigators nodded, Occam's razor, bad packing. But drums heat. Undocumented accelerants. Families accepted half-grieving, sloppy end to good lives. Explains debris spread, no survivors. Yet whispers, why military priority? Theory B, the shadow path. Apartheid's nuclear gambit. 1980s South Africa raced for bombs, evading IAEA under sanctions. Helderberg smuggled TRH drums, thorium/uranium slurry for Israel-bound warheads or rogue tests. Armscor loaded in Taipei shadows, SEALs hiding glow. Fire. Sabotage by ANC spies, tipped by insiders. TRC docs hint PW Botha's regime hushed it, no nukes on record. Exec whispers, dump evidence in ocean, problem sunk. Explains manifest lies, lost samples. Families seethe, our loved ones collateral for bombs. Theory C, the uncanny path. Exotic state experiment gone feral. Drums held red mercury, mythic fission trigger, Armscor's project circle black op volatile under pressure, self-igniting at altitude. Pilots felt it, unnatural heat waves pre-alarms, electromagnetic glitches scrambling boxes. Divers reported drums pulsing faintly weeks later, bioluminescent halos repelling sharks. Whistleblower affidavits, suppressed, test flight for stealth nuke delivery, cargo armed itself. Ties to Vela incident 1979 flash, SA/Israel test. Uncanny fit, fire asymmetric, tail imploded like micronuke. Crew imagined, God, it's glowing, evacuate. Likely path comforts, shadow indicts regime, uncanny chills spines. Slag isotopes scream anomaly, U-235 spikes beyond paints. What path swallows truth? The Helderberg rests in cold currents, drums corroding secrets into silt. Captain Veldman, Frank Dutton, 157 others, they boarded with tomorrows, claimed by flames hiding heavier sins. South Africa's high-felt winds carry no echoes, but ocean depths murmur. Was it slop, smuggling, or something that rewrites physics? Armscore's vaults stay bolted, TRC files redacted. Families age, graves unmarked on Taiwanese hills and Free State farms. Helena Veldman passed wondering, hand clutching Nino's watch. What burned hotter than hell that night? Nuclear desperation. Drop your theory below, path A, B, or C, and Y. Honor them, share if you've flown SAA, light a candle for the lost. Rest easy, Helderberg souls. The sea keeps your why, but we chase it still.